Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best small forwards here in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. We'd really appreciate if y'all do subscribe. Channel's been doing really well over the past week or two, which I really do appreciate. And we're just over 100 subscribers away from that 12K mark. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to help us hit that mark pretty darn soon. Without further ado, though, let's hop right into it. Let's start off with number 10. Going to go with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Invincible Giannis. I am higher now on Invincible Giannis than I really have been on a Giannis card all year. After using him myself, I actually do think he is a pretty good card. Now, I do want to qualify this list. There is nobody on this list that I put on the shooting guard list. So in-game KD, Tim Thomas, Rudy Gay, Andre Kirilenko, LeBron, Scottie Pippen, guys like that who can all play the small forward position are not on this list because I think they're all better at the shooting guard positions. That's why I included them there. So this small forward position has 10 different guys. 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere there for Giannis. I mean, stats and badges are obviously incredible. He's an invincible card with elite size. His only flaw is that he's got a really poor release. It's kind of slow, it's ugly, it's got a little bit of a hitch, it can be a little bit inconsistent to time, and he steps in consistently from the corners, which is a pain in the butt as well. Something that most cards don't do this year. He does have quick drops, he's got great sigs, and he's a really good all-around card, just the release is pretty darn poor, and that's a big flaw at this point in the year. With that being said, still such a good card that he's a top 10 small forward in my opinion. Now, Jason Tatum comes in at number 9, 6'8" with a 6'10" wingspan, a little undersized. That's his biggest flaw. The stats and badges, again, are near perfect. The release is really good. Trez Harrell, base. JT up around quick. I don't like JT's leaner. It's actually one of the worst leaners that I feel like has been put on cards recently, or that has been put on a card recently. I don't like that they didn't change that because it's not a good leaner. It doesn't create any sort of separation. But D-Rose size up, Curry escape, a little behind the back, quick drops off one. The animations outside of the leaner are amazing, and the release is really good. Just not a great leaner, little undersized. Can't be higher than number 9 for me. Number 8, Thurl Bailey. I still think Thurl Bailey is legitimately a top tier small forward in the game. 25 Hall of Fame badge, 6'11" with a 7' wingspan guy. Has every single key Hall of Fame badge pretty much outside of maybe like handles for days. 95 speed excel, 95 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, solid all around defensive stats. Again, great size, a super fast, really nice release that is very smooth and easy to green. I think this Thurl Bailey card is probably, I mean, he's so good for so cheap. Such an amazing option at the small forward position that I think gets overlooked a lot for how good of a card he is. Moves really well, has quick drops. Just an absolutely elite level card, one of the best Galaxy Opal cards in the game, coming in at number 8 for me. Number 7, gonna go with Bob Nedelicki. Bobby does have a couple kind of semi flaws in that he's not crazy fast. His perimeter defensive stats, specifically lateral quickness, aren't that high, but the defensive badges are amazing, the shooting badges are amazing, the finishing and playmaking badges are also really good. He's an elite shooter and a great slasher, and he moves really well. Francis size of ball escape, a little behind the back, normal leaner, front clutch dunk animations, and this percent base with Tim knocking up are on very quick, which is the best percent base in the game in my opinion. An absolute cash money release that is one of the best releases and one of the most fun releases in the game. Definitely an absolutely elite catch and shoot shooter and shot creator on the offensive end for the small forward position. I think he's still a top tier option at that position. Kevin Garnett coming in at number 6 for me, a 6'11" guy who has got a great release, moves capably, really good defensive card, 7'2" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 30 hops, 97 speed and excel, great defensive stats, 91 shot 3, 95 standing, and 98 driving dunk. Key amazing finishing and defensive badges, as well as clamp breaker, quick first step, unblockable catch and shoot and corner specialist. A release that is amazing, normal leaner, great sigs and quick drops off one. Tray behind the back isn't great. I guess the half court sigs aren't that insane. Defox size up is good, but CP escape I wouldn't say is one of the best 3 escapes. Generally, I'm going with wall escape, Curry escape, and definitely tray escape over the CP escape, but it's not terrible. I mean, card's really good though. I just love the 3-and-D ability at 6'11", the size that he's got, and the fact he's got a good release as well makes up for the fact that Stigs may not be the most elite, and I really do think he is a top 6 small forward in the game still. Number 5, going with Jonathan Isaac. John Isaac is maybe one of the best few 3-and-D cards in the game right now. At 6'11", has a very solid, smooth release and elite player build, and is an absolutely incredible lockdown defender with amazing defensive tendencies and animations. Not only that, 94 speed and excel, 95 shot 3, 95 driving dunk. He's a great, very capable all-around offensive card with great finishing, shooting, and playmaking badges. But every single defensive hop in the game, 97s and 98s statistically across the board. A very solid release, tray size up, wall escape, normal leaner, really good card. Like, I think Jonathan Isaac is a bit underrated at the small forward position right now because of how many good cards he's gotten recently, and I think he's an absolute dog. So that is a top 5 small forward in the game to me. Number 4, I don't like the guy, but the card is really good, man. Karl Malone is a really, really good card. And I understand he's only listed at 6'9". That is not a 6'9" card in my team. He plays much bigger than 6'9". Big player build as well that makes him look just super wide, and he looks super tall as well for a 6'9" guy, just way bigger than any of these other 6'9" type of small forwards. But hotspots from everywhere, 35 hops, 97 speed and excel, 95 shot 3, 98 standing and driving dunk, incredible defensive stats. I mean, he's a near invincible card, stat and badge wise, to be completely honest. You look at the badges he's missing. I mean, it's some gold shooting badges. I'm not too worried about that. Challenger, pick dodger, but like, he is super complete and super good. Has an amazing release. His full space is really good. Tim Duncan uppers, that same upper that Bob Nedelicki has. It's a really nice smooth upper. Normal leaner, DeMar size up, wall escape, a little behind the back, and quick drops off 2, which isn't quick drops off 1, but that's okay. Karl Malone's a monster, man. He's really good. Definitely one of the top 4 power forwards in the game, in my opinion, and he's less than 10 KMT as well, which is just crazy steal. Larry Bird, another 6'9" small forward, invincible, going to come in at number 3. Hotspots from everywhere. Stats that are pretty much perfect. Badges pretty much perfect as well, of course. This Pascal-based Kevin Love up around very quick is obviously a very smooth, very good release. Same base that Jokic has. Nice upper with Kevin Love's jump shot. That's always good. And then Francis size up, Trey fade, Curry escape, a little behind the back, and quick drops off 1 gives some absolutely elite, near perfect sigs. I'd rather have the Trey escape over the Curry escape, but outside of that, there is really nothing to complain about animation-wise with Larry Bird. Love that card to death, and he's a top 3 guy, despite only being 6'9", because of how good he is on both ends, and especially offensively. Bull comes in at number 2. A lot of people would have him number 1. I'm sticking to my guns. I've had Bull number 2 for a while now, and I'm sticking with that. I think it's fair. 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. The size is unmatched at the small forward position. The hotspots are amazing. The 40 Hall of Fame badges and the stats that are really good all the way around are incredible. He's super complete. He's got a solid enough release. Same release that KP has. I know KP says Chris Stapps, and Bull says Bull, but they're the same release. Lowry size up, Trey escape, a little behind the back, giving the best sigs in the game, especially for a guy 7'2" or taller. Card is stupid glitchy. Quick drops off 1. He's insane. He's head and shoulders above the rest of the cards we've looked at so far. But I don't think he's number 1. That's because we have 7 for 1 with Chet Holmgren, who's got better stats and a better jump shot. That is, in my opinion, a slightly better card. Even though Bull has slightly, and I mean slightly better sigs. Like, he's got Trey escape instead of Steph. I think he's got a slightly better size up as well. But Chet's release is much better. Still has quick drops, normal leaner, and is statistically a bit better as well. A little faster, great shooter, great slasher, a little better defender. Just a little bit better all the way around stat and badge wise, as well as animations. Overall, I think he is the best small forward in the game, especially because he is 7'1". 2KDB listed him at 7 foot, but he is 7'1" in game. I remember checking that multiple times actually to see how good he is, and he's really good. Like, a very good, very underappreciated card, I think, at this point, considering you can lock him in for... I might lock this card in soon, man, because he is getting to the point where he's pretty cheap, which I think is pretty cool. So, yeah. I don't know. Really good card. I think he's the best small forward in the game still. So that is going to do it for this top 10 list. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.